Before we wrap up, I have to cover the business and economics of becoming a performer in
The
the
fun
region.
side.
The fun side. The problem is, I think this is a black box in the region. Nobody knows what hurdles you have to cross, whether it's a reasonable career. And what I want to do with both of you, you are on the Mount Rushmore of stand-up comics in the region. I want to make it slightly easier for aspiring comedians, performers, so that they actually have an idea of, okay, what can I expect? Like there's some transparency or some information they can have access to. In a Hangout with Rushdi episode, both of you spoke about the fact that passion is just not enough in this region to carry you forward. It just doesn't pay the bills. You guys also spoke about how sometimes performers won't even charge a fee or they charge a very low fee, and that just hurts everyone. It demeans the entire art form. So let's get into the economics of it. When you're starting out, how much can you expect? At what point can you get enough to pay the bills? What's a trajectory you can be on? Can it ever be a primary occupation for you?
That's a very complicated question because it has changed over time. When I started out, we were getting easy money when you were less people as well. And as you
What was
mentioned,
easy money back then?
I could get away with charging a corporate 10,000-15,000 dirhams for a gig.
This was back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
They weren't huge quantity wise, but it was good money. Even if a big act came in and we opened for them, we got paid pretty decent money, 5K and above. And that has completely hit. But yeah, I think so. I think because like we said in that episode, too many performers, for want of exposure and not knowing business sense, start doing it for free even. And you're like, okay, who are you going to pick? Free guy or this? And not many people are savvy producers-wise to go, he's a decent comic, he's not. So they take, price is a big point.
So if I'm starting as a comedian now, what's the starting rate? Free to perform for?
Oh yeah.
I think that part is correct because when you're starting out something, especially like an art form like this, I don't care how good your first 5 minutes are, you need to learn a lot. So expecting to be paid early on is a little bit like, there's not many avenues except corporate shows to get paid for stand-up well. But I think someone should take the time, 6 months to a year at least in the beginning, to just go, I'm going to hit the local nights. I'm going to learn the skill. It's going to college. You don't get paid, you pay. And I think you pay here with time and effort. And then there are, I think if you're smart about it and you're good about it, I think there are, we've kind of done different things to make money, but we've survived now 15 plus years and stuff. And somehow it's worked in different ways. And it's an evolving market. If you're talking about someone being super serious about doing comedy here, one of the things I do tell, and I regret not doing as much earlier on, is to travel and perform more. So don't just make Dubai your hub. You got to increase your market and skill set by traveling around more. So the initial, you have to invest a bit. You really do.
And then how many years can you expect get returns?
I don't think there's again, Rushdi, feel free to cut me in, whatever your suggestions are. My thing is there's no timeline for, this is very emotional. Timelines are different, not in terms of the first paid gig. I think
Development.
you might get picked up for, but your development enough to go out there and do it. But if you're thinking within a year, I'm going to be a superstar, hey, good luck.
It'll pay the bills in a year.
It'll pay the bills in a year. I don't think so. You got to have, and Dubai isn't, it's not cheap. So you do want to have realistic expectations of when you make it enough. You learn to have to do a lot of things yourself, like producing as well, putting together your shows, taking some risks. You might burn some money as an artist as well with gigs. So, I have no, I'm old. The things that the younger guys are doing with TikTok and stuff, I mean, I'm still trying to catch up on that. And I think that, it's a whole job that will take a while to, but there is money here. And, I know what Rushdi said about the scene. There is a lot of growth here though, in terms of the scene growing. And I think that will be interesting to watch over the next couple of years. Not just Dubai, which is growing a lot. We went from being lucky to perform once a month to there are 3 gigs happening a night sometimes, 3, 4, maybe more. I can't even keep up. So there's that kind of growth. There's exposure. The place has become more friendly with stand-up, and the wider market around India, Saudi. It's all developing. So there's definitely, you do have to learn to be a business person as well, not just an artist.
Oh, no.
Numbers
I agree to disagree.
and there's no
He agrees to disagree. Let's hear
there's
it.
no union or any of that kind of what's the other words for collectives and stuff. It doesn't collectives. It doesn't really exist here with the comics. So we aren't talking to each other about rates and stuff. So actually now that you ask, I'm like, that's a big problem that we have. No one's discussing it. I think a little bit is happening now, and they go, please, try to keep it at these rates and stuff. I stopped doing corporate stand-up for money because I do a lot of improv training to make a buck. And I did enough corporate comedy to go, at this point, it's not adding to my art. And if I separated the money from it. So now I went back to doing stand-up for creating and challenging myself and for myself. And actually on the art form of it more than the money aspect. And I found that balance working for me.
Why do you agree to disagree?
I agree to disagree because there are people who started stand-up who, I don't know how, they got gigs every day, every week, and then they did a special in 2 months.
Yeah.
And now they don't exist anymore. So I would ask the person, you say pay the bills, what bills? Where do you live? What are your responsibilities? Because I completely agree with Sal, it's an internship. You gotta go with intern mindset. I'm listening, I'll be the first one there, I'll be the last one there. Doesn't matter if you're 20, doesn't matter if you're 50. If you're in the stand-up scene, your idea is 2 things. You have to connect to the people who are doing it for so long and learn from them, or learn the ropes, like learn how it works. And the second thing is, man, write every day for 1 hour. I'm telling you, I don't do it. All I know is at some point when you have enough experiences, when you have enough heartbreak, when everyone leaves you, you can look at that book, and that's where everything will just start making sense, because you have no more excuses, tropes. This person doesn't let me, she doesn't let me, he doesn't let me, I'm too tired. Because I've gone days without sleeping because I was writing something. Everyone has gone nights sleepless with worrying about something. I'm telling you, write. Like, just give it to yourself. That book will turn into something important in a year from now. But when the time comes, and I always tell Sal this, we are the best. I'm openly saying it. But if a major corporation, Netflix, came and said, can you do a special tomorrow? I'd be like, no. So my thing is being ready for those moments. And also, what moment? Continually develop. Write every day. Every time you get an open mic, take the chance. Go do it badly. Like, just go do it because, like Sal said, experience. What I'm seeing right now is a lot of the same comics over and over and over again, badly trying to execute other things people have done, whether musical, whether character, whether this, whether that. I think everyone has to find their own voice. And as cliche as that is, what I mean is everyone's watching Russell Peters or Bill Burr, or like, those are not people you can be. So you'll have to go out and try. And that's what I think my love, I don't know, man, I'm between improv and stand-up because I love stand-up as well. But improv to me has trained me on listen to the audience, observe them. Because in a country like this, you have to stay connected to your audience. The US is 300 million. You can lose your audience. Over here, I'm not saying you can lose your audience, but at least the audience should know where you're coming from. Because if they don't like you and you're like me, you'll still be there next year. And they'll see you again. It's a small region. So I want people to be like, I disagree with this guy, but they will see me next year and they will get where I'm coming from.
It's not an altruistic thing. I think the danger is too many people do come in and go, I'll do 5 gigs and I'll become famous. And that is dangerous. If you get lucky that way, good for you.
Oh yeah, I'm jealous.
Yeah, some people have come through content creation.
If you do the right way, let's say I'm going to put a concrete number, I want to make 10,000 dirhams per month. How long will it take if I do it the right way in the region?
Now, sorry Sal, before, how will you make it?
You guys tell me, you're my mentors. So you're taking me the right
I'd
way
be like,
to
get
do
a
it.
job.
No, I would say you...
Quit comedy.
No, not quit comedy. Sorry Sal, don't quit. Because most people here have day jobs. They do comedy on the side.
Is there ever an option where you can make it your primary occupation?
I did for a while. I did. And I actually, there is an option to do it. It would require you to do a lot of producing as well. unfortunately. That is part and parcel, which is actually good training for you as an artist. It's good to know to produce and stuff. I did make enough money, more than 10,000 per month to survive just on stand-up. But it is a hustle mindset. It is going out and being okay with struggling and just not struggling.
It's not enough to just be good. You have to do a bit more than that.
No, you can do it as good as well. Like if you reach a certain level, you could even do it initially for some time as bad, because you can tell people, I'll do the stand-up for 30 minutes and then suck. Just make sure you take the money before.
As a producer, you need to have performers with you. So you can't do it alone. You can't just keep doing shows alone. It's tiring. You can't market, organize logistics, restaurant, and make sure people come in. So let's say if you're doing it, there are at least 3 or 4 other people with you. So 10,000 becomes 20.
But money-wise,
25.
yeah. I think it is possible. It is possible. And you might reach it quicker than others depending on your business savviness. Okay, so how well you can network, how well you can create marketing material quickly for you. You have to do the basics of. You have to treat yourself as a business, and then you can. Along the way, just don't forget that you have to keep going to R&D, which is what Rushdi's been talking about. Keep producing material that'll get better at it, because you can get so far fibbing it, or but if you want to survive longer and grow and earn more than just survival money, you need to do all that. And so money-wise, go out. You can absolutely do it. Give yourself some grace time in your job to start building up enough gigs. That's one thing I'd recommend people. You ask for advice. I did it cold turkey, and it was hard. And I look back at it and go, and I think the only thing I would change is that I, ease out of that. So at least start getting used to corporate gigs and stuff before I completely do it. And it's a lifestyle you'll have to choose then. It's not, you're going, particularly stand-up, you're going alone most of the times. And, in this place in a corporate.
You just sit for 2 hours,
So those kind of gigs.
You're just like entertainment. You're just sitting there and waiting. And again, they're not mean, or they have a business and you have a 45-minute slot. You're just sit here, wait. Do you want coffee, tea?
Ups and downs.
Sit, wait.
You'll have to do bad gigs as well. You'll have to. But I also think it sharpened me.
When someone tells you, hey, the crowd is tough, how do you feel?
Now it doesn't affect me as much, because I'm until I don't get up and start performing, I don't make preconceived.
I think this is an improviser mentality, because when you tell other comics that, the crowd is tough, they're like, I'm going to destroy them. I will break them for my...
I'll fix them.
I'll fix them. We are I know Sal well enough. That's why I wanted to ask as well. I'm I'll find out. Maybe they're cold because of you. When I come, because I've seen him do it 1,000 times. Tough crowd, they'll hate you, there's that, whatever, buzzwords. He goes and he's like, hi. They're already and I'm like, it's possible. Don't corrupt people by saying it's a tough audience. Just say, man, have fun. That's the improviser mentality. We never go, hey man, this is gonna be tough. We always go, have fun, break a leg, got your back. And we know we're kind of when internally we're this is a bad audience. But we, as a group, we shake it off and go in.
And I'd be excited for people starting off the stand-up. If you were, I would be it is an exciting time. And I think there will be more avenues created, but you have to do the work for it now. Again, it might, unfortunately, content creation is a big part of marketing yourself. So you gotta put in the work, but you can make money for sure.
I hope this is inspiring for the.
No, don't. You'll take our money.
Yeah.
No,
we want to
take their
remain
money.
the best. Don't.
There's no
Take
money.
their money.
There's no money. There's
Take
no
it
money.
all.
There's no money.
Make the ecosystem richer in Dubai. That's what I say.
Yeah.